What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dust from Tyme Bullyz. We back with another fire interview. Today we got Ken from Cold Blooded Kennels. Let's see what he got to say.
So I'm Ken from Cold Blooded Kennels. Pretty much represent cold-blooded nature in the whole. It's a big aspect of it, you know. I started off with pits. My family had pits growing up, so it kind of grew on me. I had rescues that I used to have to like bring in the house. My mom used to be like, no, I want no pit bulls in the house. Then I started training, me and my brother, you know, to change the aspect of the breed, I guess, for my parents' sake. Eventually it turned into 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs. That's pretty much for the aspect of pit bulls. And then the breeding came along. I had Butter, and he was more bully than pit. A lot of people was like, oh yeah, he's a bully, or he's a big XL, or whatever. I never really understood what the breed was until my uncle started working with bullies, because he used to work with pits. And then he was like, yeah, that's a bully, you know? Rest in peace, he passed. But I consider him as one of my mentors, you know? Still, to this day. My neighbor, one of my friends, his uncle had a kennel as well. He did pit bulls and I believe Shih Tzus. At one time, he had dogs that he was rehoming. He was like, yeah, we're gonna have to spay them and blah, 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 and all this other stuff and rehome them. He showed me that aspect of it. And I was like, I want it, you know, I'll take it. And he's like, sure. Took it and then tried to make it work. Breeding came from wanting to see a better breed, you know. A lot of people don't have the money to just jump into it, obviously, so you make work what you do, and then you select the breed, you get better and better and better, you know. Then you start introducing other blood, and you're like, okay, this is the look I'm going for, you know. But that's pretty much what motivates me. It's a designer breed, you know, so you could have a different look from somebody else's. 100 dogs, you could have a whole different look, you know. So it attracted me. It was like, okay, I like this.
And in your kennel, how many dogs do you have?
In the kennel, we have 17 dogs. Me personally, I have 12, and 3 Shih Tzus. I don't see a number. I see what I could handle. If I could handle it, then it's just gonna keep building. If I feel like it's overwhelming, obviously, if I really want to keep the dog, yeah, it's co-own options, but I'm gonna keep whatever I can handle. Obviously, I'm not gonna overwhelm myself. So Mona Lisa, yeah, so she bullied Camp Line. I picked up from Johnny Gonzalez out in El Paso, a local. I like to try to stay local. I got her, and then I decided on a stud that I liked. And I was like, okay, this is the look I'm going for. So I used one of my mentors, Stud Grits. He died, rest in peace. That's what gave me Gigi. Tud, it gave me Trident. That's the dogs that we kept in the kennels for our program. And then I had Shadow. She is Tank. She's from Gotti's Edge, but it's more of a local concoction, so it's not really, you know, known. But then I ended up getting the craze, and I was like, okay, I need more. So I started getting more dogs. I bought Nefertiti, she's a exotic micro. Then I bought Leo to go with her, and I was like, okay, I think this is getting crazy. And then somewhere down the line, between that, accumulated 7 dogs. And then they started producing, and I started keeping, and now I have a little program going, you know, with them. Day to day, it would be cleaning, poop, obviously that's the regular. Working with each individual dog and working with them as a pack. All my dogs get along. I don't have, you know, dogs have problems, obviously, but it's controlled because of the pack order that I established with them. So I have the pit bulls running with the bullies and the puppies and the Shih Tzus, everybody get along, you know. I say my support system, I guess. You know, sometimes it's overwhelming. It's creatures, you know, it's living. So then you think about it and you're like, hey, they need to eat, they need to, you know. So then I feel like the connection that I have with each one of them encourages me to want to be better for them as a person, like in general, like besides the breeding, so I can actually be there for them, because I personally can't see myself without them, you know. I have a dog that I'm working with. I want her to be the dog that introduces me into shows, obviously. So I'm working on a dog that I produce so I could start competing with her, you know. So the near 2 to 5 years, I see that, hopefully, you know. Challenges would be the perspective that society has against the breed. I try to do my part. I try to bring them out, socialize them. I try to make others come out, socialize their dogs, so they don't have that aggression tendency, I guess, if that's where it's going, you know. I feel like that's one of the hardest challenges, because you bring them out and then it's like, they're super cuddly, you know, they're super docile, and you're like, hey, they're friendly, but then they have the muscles, the teeth, and the big head, and you're like, that's gonna be a problem always, you know, it's always gonna be a problem like that, but we working towards it. I feel like it's getting to a point where pit bulls are less looked at as monsters rather than the owners, you know, because before it used to be the dogs, and now everybody's starting to understand that it's a lot, like 90% of the time it's you know, it's the handler teaching the dog those traits. Some traits could pass on through genetics, obviously, but a lot of it is the owner, you know. So if you have a positive approach with the dog, usually the dog has a positive approach with whatever is coming towards, you know. One of my proud accomplishments was Gigi, so it's a lot with that I'm trying to work with. She's Mona Lisa's daughter with Grits, so it's bully camp to bully camp line. So everything is Cold Blooded Kennels, Cold Blooded Kennels, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, obviously. Website we're working on right now for merch. That's the next thing. That's our next project we've been working on, getting all the machines and everything for our own merch and stuff, you know. We host a cookout every month for El Paso, New Mexico, surrounding areas. It's growing. The next one is May 2nd at Memorial Park in El Paso. It's growing. Yeah, the biggest number we had so far was 121 bullies. I mean, it was a few other pit bulls, stuff like that, but we counted 121 bullies in the stack off that we did. Yeah, it's anticipated.
Hey, so that was our interview with Ken from Cold Blooded Kennels. Appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned. We got a lot more interviews and a lot more content coming out. It's your boy Dust. Peace.